Well, actually, we're making money. Oh my god. Sir, the presentation made by Vice President Estaba and your team turned out to be confusing, boring, and downright insane. In all the wrong places. I decided to pull the fire alarm to salvage this disaster. Please forgive me for being blunt. At least this time, Mr. Estaba agreed to put an end to the improvisations. Hardly surprising after the kicking the media gave him the next day. Wait, did we increase stress? Paul Gordon, the Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy, says, Sir, the White House has adopted a cat named Fluffy. Fluffy is a rare breed of cat, and that people don't find the slightest bit cute. He follows government employees around, steals food, and poops in everybody's shoes. And he has no interest in appearing in video conferences. He just chews wires and runs in the First Lady's stockings. Pure us to find a new home for him. The entire administration is hard at work on it as we speak. Man! Very tired. Can I please take it down? You haven't been working for me anyways. That's good, though. I can't really afford the 5.5. I literally can't afford it. My friend, this degree is just what Mother Nature deserves. Once you sign it, you'll be guaranteed a place in heaven. My friend! I like how he changes from buddy to my friend. Even the Chinese are concerned about our harmful emissions. It's under your leadership that the U.S. is putting the world back on the path of progress and prosperity. Congress has passed the 28th Amendment to the Constitution. Is this a victory for the president? Skeptics are reassuring themselves that the amendment will never be ratified by the states. So unless the president has a backup plan, all his efforts could go up in smoke. And we got Paul Leroy, a freelance journalist, saying, flooding in New Orleans. After a week of torrential rainfall, the Mississippi has overflowed its banks and flooded the entire city. 7 different religious organizations have declared the event to be divine retribution for the president's misdeeds. What? What did I do? Archie Wista says, did you really think I couldn't beat you, Mr. President? I will destroy you. In the meantime, the American people can sleep soundly. I've got friends in Congress, too. The White House won't protect you from your punishment. The Supreme Court. Darling, we're ready to proceed. Do you remember what the next step of our plan is? We have to achieve a majority in the Supreme Court. That's right, my dear President. The only realistic way to ratify the amendment in 38 states is a direct vote in local referendums, and only the Supreme Court can approve of such referendums all over the country. When it comes to the Supreme Court, we have 4 justices out of 9 will have considerably worse luck than Feist, who appointed 3 during his term. Our chances of appointing even 1 are slim to none. Okay. Why don't we free up a few spots with an executive order? I don't think that's how it works. Every man has a price, or woman for that matter. I could try blackmailing them. Blackmail a Supreme Court judge? You might as well try to find incriminating evidence against Jesus Christ in the Holy Bible. These people keep a close eye on their reputation, and any dirt that could be found on them was dug up years ago. Something's telling me you have a plan. Where there's a will, there is a way, darling. Especially when you have a spouse like me. I started mulling over this problem several months ago and made inquiries. I see only 2 ways to resolve the issue. I'm not gonna kill anyone. Who do you think I am? I meant the 2 justices, Vasquez and Fuqua. We could convince old Robert Vasquez to retire. He should have done it ages ago. Or we might come to an understanding with Angela Fuqua. She was Faith's latest appointee, and fortunately for us, is my old friend from Harvard. Tony and I will arrange meetings with both of them, have a nice chat, and see if they have any buttons to push. I hope we can convince at least one of them. We will convince both if we set our minds to it. Time to get to work, darling. Okay. Honey, to pave the way for a direct vote on the amendment, we'll have to retire one judge. It's up to you, how? 4 months left to do it. Darling, I could have been a Supreme Court justice myself instead of my Harvard friend Angela Fuqua. If Faist hadn't become president, but I became First Lady instead. And if we can't get Angela on our side, we'll have the Supreme Court too. I'm hoping Angela will support the amendment for old time's sake. Angela hasn't ruled on any major cases yet, so it's hard to say how independent she still is. We'll have a chance to find out at this year's homecoming. Buddy, Ellie asked me to make inquiries about Justice Vasquez. He's 88 years old, and he's outlived every Supreme Court judge who welcomed him at the beginning of his tenure. To put it mildly, he's like a glass of Texan moonshine on an empty stomach. He goes straight to your head. It's hard, and he's always quick to come back. Vasquez will never approve direct vote for the amendment. He's one of the justices who interpret the Constitution from inside a magic time machine. Context be damned. But the old geezer has 12 kids and 30 grandchildren. And for the last 5 years straight, he's been complaining he's tired of this nonsense. He must be dreaming about retirement, but he's just looking for a good enough excuse to throw in the towel. We'll give him one at Senator Dickinson's farewell party. The old woman is on her way out herself, and she's invited the whole Washington elite. Matter of principle, the ghost retirement party and exposing the Alphanist? And then we've got Save the Journalist. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm thinking, should I just like fire everyone in the administration? We'll just keep making money, I guess. It is stressing them out, though. I think every turn that they're on the administration, they gain one stress, right? Okay, matter of principle. I think I hear Angela. You never forget a voice that used to wake you up in the morning. She's coming over. Put on your most charming smile, darling. Mr. President, First Lady, what a pleasant surprise. Darling, let me introduce Angela Fuqua, Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court and former sorority beer pong champion. A female beer pong champion. Impressive. Some people are impressed when a woman pays for herself at a restaurant and drives her own car. I haven't touched alcohol for years, so the champion's title is hardly my highest achievement. It's a shame Ellie never mentioned us being best friends back at the university. No offense meant. I was reminiscing about the past. It is good to remember how free and full of hope we once were. Of course it is. As a matter of fact, I'm quite free even now. Everything fell into place the moment I stopped relying on others and took charge of my own life. We are not students anymore. Taking charge of one's life is what adults do. True, but some adults prefer scoring a lucky marriage to making the world a better place. Or one country, at least. Angela, are you hinting at something? I am not hinting. I am laying it out for you. You're a talented lawyer, but traded both freedom and career for a snug little spot next to your husband. That was my personal choice. What do you think, darling? All American citizens are free. They are, with the exception of those rotting away in your prisons. Let's change the subject. What is your take on that case with the faithless electors? Jabbers versus federal electoral system, I think? Wouldn't you support a direct citizens' vote for the matters of utmost importance to the country? Direct vote is the purest form of democracy. Every American has a right to speak their mind, with no spokespeople or representatives or intervening institutions. The electoral system is corrupt and hasn't represented the citizens of the interests of everyday American citizens for a long time. I'm going to go with yes. A direct vote is the purest form of democracy. I agree, darling. The matter is likely to make it all the way to the Supreme Court. Ellie, it is about time we had this conversation. You probably expect me to be grateful to you for giving up your seat in the Supreme Court. But it was your personal choice. You didn't do it for me. Angela, what are you even... I know what you're doing. Before Face left, he approached me about an amendment and tried to do what you're doing right now, collect on a favor. Face isn't the worst of his kind, but he keeps rubbing shoulders with the wrong people, and it cost him in the end. I will tell you what I told him. Do not expect me to approve of the direct vote. It feels to me more like you're trying to deceive the people. You may have forgotten, Ellie, but I remember what they taught us. Everyone answers to the law, no exceptions. And now, please excuse me, it's my turn to make an address. I don't think this went very well. This isn't something I expected from my former best friend. I'll strangle Angela with my bare hands. Pull yourself together, dear. Screw you, darling. Okay. Looks like Face blabbered about our plan to everyone who would listen. I'm sorry he's gone missing. I can't give him a slap on the face. Angela Fuqua in the Supreme Court is a huge problem. We'll have to deal with her one way or another. Don't worry, she's made me so mad that I'll definitely think of something. Give me a little time and I'll find a way to get to even the score. Oh, don't piss off Ellie. Maybe we're gonna have to murder someone. Mr. President, what about Troy? You should kick them now before it's too late. Can we fire this moron? All he ever does is show off his incompetence. No! I can't fire anyone. Susanna Hamilton, Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, says, there's been a flood in New Orleans, Mr. President. There haven't been any casualties so far, but the American people are an industrious bunch. Those who couldn't or didn't want to evacuate have switched from cars to boats and built themselves an American Venice. The boats have been bumping into rescue cruisers, flipping over, and smashing into storefronts. And since floods are a dime a dozen in the Big Easy, there's no point in asking people to just be careful. Let's develop traffic rules for boats in case this ever happens again. Okay. I think that's bad, though. It's like we're giving up on protecting the city from flooding. Tina Way, HR manager. Mr. President, we initiated a number of sanctions after the Venezuelan oil scandal, including a ban on the import of coffee. That was a huge mistake. A variety called Calado grows only in the Venezuelan Andes, and half the country and the entire White House is addicted to it. It's the only thing keeping the brave men and women who serve the American people 24/7 going. Mr. President, before we lose all our staff, let's lift the sanctions and get our bold, invigorating, life-giving Calado back, please. Yes! Get that coffee. Sarah Turner, representative of Society for the Protection of Animals. Mr. President, it's bad enough that we love certain animals and eat others. But do we really have to use images of animals to sell their own flesh? I'm talking about an ad campaign for Happy Calf Beef, showing an anthropomorphic cow named Tinky. As she grows up, she grazes with her mother in a meadow, goes to school, and beats a pig in a relay race. And it's all capped by the slogan, Taste the Joy with Happy Calf. Let's show our animal equals a little respect and prohibit the use of their images in ads for meat, okay? No, I don't know, man. It just seems like random stuff to me. The Ghost Retirement Party. You get a chance to talk to a Supreme Court Justice at Senator Dickinson's retirement party. Let's hope I can do better this time. Listen, buddy, I purposely didn't tell you famous ladies man Stan Mickelson is gonna perform at the party. I was worried you wouldn't come. Think of the concert as a chance to talk to Vasquez. If you're not deafened by Mickelson's psychedelic ballads about heterosexual love. I'm dying of love, flowers blossom in your eyes. Wow, that was pretty much spot on. Too bad you're on candid camera. Look forward to a shit ton of memes starring the singing president, buddy. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, I'm so glad you could both make it. I did my best to make this a night to remember. Don't even ask what I had to do to get Stan Mickelson to perform. His voice is a little on the harsh side, but it gets you right here. Don't you think, Mr. President? I would have invited Little Doc. That guy can bust a rhyme with the best of them. There really is something magical about it. We gotta get on her good side, right? Oh, she's the senator. Yeah, she's not the Supreme Court person we're trying to woo. Yeah, it sounds like someone slamming on the brakes of a Ferrari. You haven't seen Judge Vasquez around, have you? We'd like to have a little chat with him. He's at a table with his wife in the opposite wing. He's just sitting there, frowning and drinking milk. I don't think he's having much fun. Three fingers of milk, please. Judge Vasquez has all the milk. He loves the stuff. Go keep him company if you hate fun too. I bet we can find a way to wake the old guy up. If you can, I'll owe you one. Another one. Try to get Vasquez talking and feel him out a little. I'm sure the old fart wants to retire. He just can't bring himself to do it. You can push him in the right direction, you know, talk about his options, draw him a pretty picture. Maybe he'll get inspired and pack it in along with Dickinson. You'll see, buddy. You want me to tell him how great it is to be retired? You want me to hint that he can't handle the job anymore? How great. Yeah, I think probably the top one. How great it is to be retired. Something like that. I heard your inaugural speech, buddy. I know what smooth-talking bastard you can be. I know what a smooth-talking bastard you can be. Here we go. Mr. President. Mr. Vice President. Oh, my. What an honor! Please don't get up, sir. Oh, I've got no trouble getting up. I'm in great shape for my age. You work yourself too hard, dear. Senator Dickinson is in great shape too, but if you ask me, she picked just the right time to retire. I already feel like I'm about to fall over. I can't wait to retire. What's the Mrs. Vasquez is right. You should take it easy. I don't think we want to go with number 2. I think we're going to go with number 3. I already feel like I'm about to fall over. I can't wait to retire. Start getting him like thinking about it. Lucky for you, you'll be able to live that dream in a couple of years. I've got no plans to retire. Be nice, Bobby. Don't mind him, Mr. President. It's been a long day. I'm not the slightest bit tired. That screaming freak up on the stage will be the death of me. Not a fan of Stan Mickelson? How can anybody listen to this crap? Good music makes my heart beat faster, but this shit is making it want to explode. You care for this clown music, Mr. President? Not the most appropriate choice for this party. I guess it really is time for Dickinson to retire. The old bat must have a screw loose. Songs about whores, drugs, and drunkenness? It's not what I expected tonight. Thank you for the chat, Mr. President, but I believe in the separation of the judicial and executive branches. I think it'd be better if you and I didn't run into each other again. It could chip away at the foundations of our great democracy. I'll leave you with my beloved wife and go sit somewhere a little quieter. Please forgive my husband, Mr. President. He can be a little cranky sometimes. Seems like a man of principle. You could say that again. All he does is work and worry about everything under the sun. Oh, I really do hope he retires soon and starts spending time with me instead of those damn papers of his. I'm afraid he's going to slump over dead in his judge's chair. Is there anything I can do to help? Only the Lord can help me now, Mr. President. Robert told me he won't retire until he realizes he's too old. but he just won't accept his age. He's obsessed with fitness. He runs in the morning, goes to the gym and yoga, and drinks milk constantly. In other words, he's headed straight for a heart attack. He's running an annual 80-plus marathon this weekend. Robert promised me he'd retire if he can't make it to the finish line. Aha! But he's the longest running competitor and a 3-time champion. I hope Judge Vasquez knows what he's doing. It isn't healthy to overdo it like that at his age. Oh, I do too. I really do. Well, wish your husband good luck at the marathon for me and ask him to take care of himself. Good evening, Mrs. Vasquez. Thank you, and please forgive Robert. He's about to get an earful, believe me. Maybe we could drug him or something. This is our chance, buddy. I just know we can show that old fart he needs a rocking chair and a bottle of cold beer. A heck of a lot more than marathons, milk, and a gavel. Are you telling me we should drive him to a heart attack or something? Think about what you're saying, buddy. Do I look like a murderer to you? We'll find a safer way to get the old dude to retire. Trust me, I've got a couple of ideas. As soon as that marathon starts, everything will be all set. And unless I'm mistaken, it's coming right up. Jesus. Sir, after working with Clint on an assignment, I realized he was a real idiot. Guys like that are likely to break and blow the whistle. Why don't you sign the order to fire him? If anything, I'm gonna fire you, Troy. Oh, -1 stress. Thank you for hearing your employee's plea and bringing Venezuelan coffee back to the White House, Mr. President. I just drank 1 cup this morning, and I'm still full of vim and vigor. And the sun's almost down. You don't think they put anything in it, do you? Hey, +2. Mr. President, the idea of creating traffic laws for boats in the event of a flood has led to a wave of backlash, but mostly from people who have already been racing illegally in American Venice. The press thought our traffic law idea was a good one. I know firsthand that no one wants to lose expensive equipment while filming on location. Ooh, Wolfgang Stoffel, science advisor. Modern science has achieved great things, sir, but alas, the specter of death still hangs over us all. I'm sure it's just a matter of time until we defeat it. But where is this time going to come from? That's the question. Well, I've got an answer for you. Cryonics. If we develop this field right now, in 10 to 20 years, we'll be able to freeze someone and send them into the future, where science will make them immortal. I found some ambitious scientists who are ready to take the project on. Would you be willing to invest $500,000 now for a chance at immortality in the future? How could this get us an approval rating? That's what I'm wondering. Can we spend $500,000 to get like a big bump? I go no. Memorial Day is gonna suck a nut this year, buddy. And it's all because of a bunch of jackasses messing with the Rolling Thunder motorcade. They say the bikes are too loud. Pooh, you're breaking my heart. They're demanding that we tell the bikers not to rev their engines and put mufflers on all of their bikes. Well, isn't revving the engines the whole point? It's Rolling Thunder, not Quiet Thunder, damn it. Will you let the bikers rev their engines and ignore them quiet, loving crybabies, buddy? Sure. Oh, Kate Bartacker. Hello there, remember me? Anyway, here's the deal. I came across some old photos of us recently. Remember the ones where we're stoned out of our gourds, playing naked cowboys? Well, I'm remarried now, so I grabbed all that old junk and hauled it to the dump where it belongs. Well, I got an anonymous letter today. Somebody found the photos and wants me to buy them back. I know it's a bad idea to pay blackmailers, but I really don't want your career or my marriage to be jeopardized by our youthful dalliances. So will you pay $400,000 to pay those pricks off? No. Jesus. The four-legged foe. Ellie says, I'm running out of patience here, honey. That old bitch Coco attacked me again. Tony's the only one who can handle that dog. Coco's always loved him for some reason. She spends almost all her time lying on the lawn, whimpering pathetically and waiting for our vice president to get back so she can lick him from head to toe. But if I happen to get too close to her, little bitch comes to life and starts barking at me like crazy. The Secret Service actually had to step in a couple of times when the stupid bastard tried to bite my face off. I don't think I haven't And don't think I haven't tried to deal with this myself, hun. I brought her a Kobe steak once, and she almost bit my hand off along with it. Sure, Coco's lived here so long, no one even remembers which president she came with, but I want you to get rid of her. We'll just get rid of Coco. Thanks, hun. I can finally walk on the lawn without worrying about getting barked at or bitten. But now I'm starting to think we shouldn't have ditched her like that. To be honest, I actually kind of miss... What the fuck, man? Old Coco. Sure, she used to drive me nuts, but at least she noticed me. And now all the staff is staring daggers at me. Apparently everyone loved Coco. Even the reporters are pissed. Can you believe it? Ellie's worse than Tony. Oh my God. A beloved dog named Coco has been ejected from the White House. Rumor has it the First Lady never cared for her. She was distrustful of Coco from the start and never gave her a chance. Some White House employees aren't afraid to admit they'll miss the fickle First Lady a whole lot less than Coco. Thanks to you, folks all over town could hear rolling thunder, buddy. I rode at the front of the motorcade and I looked at all them happy faces and thought, dang, it sure is great that folks can remember the sacrifices of our brave soldiers by listening to a bunch of loud-ass motorcycle engines. It's all thanks to us. Secretary of Veterans Affairs thanked you in his speech for caring about our glorious history. He said something really pretty, like, sometimes we might want to close our eyes and ears to the horrors of war, but we must remember that our soldiers lost their sight and hearing for the sake of American prosperity. Yeah, I figured I was going to lose on this. Hello again. I hope you're proud of yourself, you cheapskate. Just look at our naked cowboy pics on Sands. My tits are blurred out, but your 6-foot bong is there in all its glory. Thank God you can claim any photo as a Photoshop hack job nowadays. Okay, well, I don't know, like 62.4, at least we're higher there. We're still screwed on the employee standpoint. We just need more people to be able to, like, we have to be able to hire more people. These two are pretty much useless to us right now. But we're at least doing well in terms of our goals. It seems like we might have a way to get one of the judges on our side. Just have him have a heart attack during the marathon, and we might be good to go.